The topic we will be interviewing students about is psychology. And psychology is the scientific study of the human mind and its functions, especially those affecting behaviour in a given content, and the mental characteristics or attitude of a person or group, and seeking to understand individuals and groups.
My name's Presley.
My name is Ellie Williams.
My name's Cheney, but I'll be talking to you about Year 13 psychology.
It's a very different subject to anything that you'd expect. It's a little bit of like a mixture of science and a little bit of English, and it's all down to kind of personal interpretation and analysis of the world around you.
Taking the subject helped you?
I think it's definitely given me a broader view of the world, in the sense that I understand a lot more of what people are thinking and understand that they don't think like I do. So everybody is individual. And taking the subject has definitely brought me to that realization, because none of us are the same, none of our DNA is the same, and it's intriguing.
The subject has definitely helped me get a different perspective on how to interact with other people. It's definitely about the way people react to things and how they've been brought up, because everybody's different, and psychology kind of looks at what kind of things that aren't biological that make us different.
What do you enjoy about the subject?
I think mostly it's about exploring how you view others, and I know that sounds silly, but it changes the way you look at people when you figure out what could be ailing them, what other things could be influencing them, and I think it's really great to also discuss that with others who have a different viewpoint. And also when you get a teacher who's enthusiastic, it makes everything so much more fun.
We've been working on this year.
This year we've been working on a number of different projects just kind of surrounding the basic types of psychology that you'd look at. So there's aggression and how that is kind of brought on from childhood experiences perhaps, or the media, different things that kind of contribute to a human in society's life. And other things such as Maslow's hierarchy of needs, different unethical experiments, and at the moment we're looking on kind of more of a laboratory experiment, natural experiment, field experiment, kind of how they differ and carrying one out ourselves.
So this year we started with ethics, and then so issues that arise when you're doing experiments, and then we moved on to issues with ethics and the ethics boards, like animal experimentation, domestic abuse, all that sort of stuff, and looked into the scientists who have been researching for their whole lives, like Freud and Maslow and things like that. And now we're moving on to the types of experiment which you would be doing at uni. So you're looking at your lab experiments and your natural experiments, and we will be conducting one ourselves with participants, real participants.
What advice would you like to leave us with about school?
I think even though it might be trying at some times and you lose motivation and you're exhausted, it's important to see that everything you don't want to do will help you later in life to get those credits, to get the points you need to enter into any courses you might want to do in the future. It's not something you can throw away because it defines what career you might take. And so although it's hard, you've got to buckle down and do it and just keep going.
Try your hardest. It is really hard to believe that you can do something when there's so many people around you who are just as successful, and I think that's a lot of what brings people down, is watching someone else do something amazing and thinking, I can't do that. You can actually do that. You can do anything you put your mind to, and that sounds really cliche, but it is true. Self-belief and that motivation and just blocking out everyone around you, as sad as that sounds, just focusing on yourself. It is really important to believe in yourself.